Ashley. I don't.
I'm not gonna do anything like that. That's Sarah.
Movie 19. And when I saw the running time, it's 2 hours and 50 minutes. I was like, what?
Yeah, I got a nice little Facebook post on my wall.
Yeah.
At like 10 o'clock at night. I'm out of town, and I get, when you're doing a project and your next film is 2 hours and 50 minutes long, I was like, oh shit.
But guess what?
God.
Guess what? I loved the movie.
It was really good. Over here it's hot. It's like warm.
Yeah, we had it in my bag.
Stupid.
Did we get sponsors I didn't know about? Budweiser had enough. Did we get sponsors?
It was Budweiser.
It smells like Budweiser. It's about 3 soldiers coming back to the same town, Boone City, and all 3 of their stories. And
they're coming back from World War II.
And they're coming back, and they're all in a different place. They all left from a different background. They all experienced the war differently, and they come back into completely different situations. And it's about them all finding comfort in each other and relying on each other. And they didn't even know each other during the war. And so I found that bond, that instant bond, was interesting. Probably, I loved the beginning of the film. There are 3 of them are driving home and they're all in the cab. And then they're making one stop at a time, getting out of the cab, and everybody's just worried about something different. So you have 3 main characters.
Al is Sergeant Stevenson. He was in the army.
Al is coming home and he has two kids and a wife. Honestly, that homecoming, it's in the first 30 minutes of the film, and them that homecoming was. That almost made me cry, actually. I loved it. It was great.
Then you have Captain Derry.
Fred?
Yeah, Fred. And his last name is Derry, so Deary?
I would say Derry, but...
Derry. And he's a captain in the Air Force.
Fred is coming home to a wife that he knew for like 2 weeks before he married her.
Before he married her and he left the war.
You know that's going to be bad.
Oh no, that Peggy, she was like, I'm gonna
flat out said it.
She was like, I'm gonna break up their marriage. I was like, wow, holy shit, youngin'.
I didn't see that coming. I didn't see it coming, especially in that day and age. I didn't know. I mean, it makes sense.
She was
nothing has changed. There's people are all crazy. So that turns out to be just like a crazy love story, which I adored.
Did you notice who Peggy was? She was in a movie that we've already seen.
That's what I thought. Once you tell me, I'll know.
Okay, the reason why I brought this up...
Is it the other war movie that we watched?
Miss Miniver. She was...
Yes.
Carol Belden in Miss Miniver.
She's the one that
marries the son.
And then the son goes off?
In Miss Miniver, she's the one that, in the end...
And she gets...
In the car.
Oh! No, I didn't know that. I'm thinking of a different film. I'm thinking of the one that was set in Great Britain.
Oh, no.
And it was like First World War.
No.
I can't remember what it's called. These movies are hard to remember the names.
So
wow, okay, so this is
But no, I remember that movie because in that movie, we were asked about
staring at Mrs. Miniver.
We were I asked you if you would rather be with Carol or Miss Miniver. And you were like, Miss Miniver, hands down.
That was because I was staring at her the whole time.
I have the video footage of me grappling with this decision for so long. I sat here for like literally 2 minutes and was like, I don't know, but Carol Belden, blah, 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 blah. I went back and forth, and you want to know what? After seeing this movie, I'm definitely picking the girl that played Peggy and Carol Belden all the way. She's like got something really sweet about her.
I can see that.
She's just very sweet, and you could take her to meet your parents, and she's sassy, but she knows when to use it and when not to use it.
I gotcha.
So, but yeah, her name is Teresa Wright.
Okay. Is that with a T-E or T-H-E?
T-E. And then you have Homer, who is a sailor, and he comes back and both of his hands are amputated.
And he has hooks.
Yeah.
Which I do not have any idea how they work. I did not look into that directly, but the way they control him, I had no idea how that worked. Anyways, Homer's younger, and he's supposed to marry girl next door. And he's having, like, that was probably the worst homecoming, because they made him feel awkward, and then he was awkward, and just awkward all around.
And the girl, who is his high school sweetheart, he comes back, and she's honestly, like, trying to be there for him, and he's...
You have to figure out your own shit, because you don't know, you're not yourself anymore.
He's,
you're
like,
different.
He's basically, like, he's basically going through this whole thing of, okay, I don't want her life to be taking care of me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's ultimately pushing her away he's looking out for her in the long run, but then he doesn't understand that all she wants to do is be there for him. So then you have that love story and that...
I loved the whole thing. You have the three different stories going on. They tied them greatly together.
Like when our third movie, which was All Quiet on the Western Front, when he comes home, he has the same kind of experience of, like, people don't know what you've been through, people don't know how it was, and there's a definite adjustment period to going from being in that type of situation to back to civilian life. Even if you just go into the military and you were never in war, it's such a change of lifestyle to where going back into just civilian life, it takes a lot of an adjustment period. I can see where it goes back to the whole PTSD thing. A lot of people come back and the only thing that they can go to get away from what's going on in their mind and stuff that they feel is alcohol or other drugs. So, it's sad, but it's true that is a definite side effect of people that go and fight for any country. It's not even just America, it's every country that has military at all. Those people give up a part of their life, and then they come back and they have to deal with everything that they went through and that change of lifestyle. So it is definitely a change.
Mm-hmm.
And
so it's a good film in that sense, because it shows
yeah,
it shows a lot of that. As for trivia,
in 1946, this movie was the most successful film in America since Gone with the Wind.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
All the people that worked on the movie, except for a vast majority of the cast, were all World War II vets. The director asked that all of them work on the movie. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then in 2007, the American Film Institute voted this as the 37th best movie of all time.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So, and for this week, because I am a really big fan of World War II planes, I have one tattooed on me, on my ribcage, so of course I'm a fan.
Okay.
So I'm giving it 5 World War II fighter planes because they're awesome. 5 of them. So it was really good. Anybody should check this out.
Yeah, I would say this is one of the first films that I would, especially if anybody likes older films, that I would definitely recommend. Absolutely.
Definitely.
But I think it might be my first 5. So I'm going to give it 5 O's. Alright, well.
It was awesome, guys.
Thanks for checking in. We love the movie this week. You should check it out too if you haven't already watched it.
Yep. And we will talk to you next week. That's Sarah and I'm Ashley.
Got it. Out.